market's going up. Keep going up, baby. Went up 400 yesterday. Did you make any money yesterday, young guy?
No, give it to me, baby.
Okay,
give it to
I
me.
didn't make any money either, but I had a good time watching everybody else make money. And you know, today we're back, Rooster.com, segment 3, on the big Bernanke segment from our world headquarters. And let's get right into it. Let's get right into it because we've got a lot to talk about here. We've got a lot to talk about. There's everybody's trying to get it up. I think that what we heard today from Mr. Kennedy, probably the richest guy in the committee. I mean, he's Ted Kennedy, the Kennedy family, one of the richest families in the world. And Ted is probably the richest Kennedy, I would think. I mean, I don't know, but that's my guess. He's got so much money, so you got to believe he's got tons of money invested in the market. I mean, no matter how much his heart bleeds for all the poor people in the world, Ted gets richer every year. You know, except this year. I think he's probably lost some money. His real estate holdings have dropped. His stocks have dropped. And I think he is telling Ben, the problem's housing. Ben, we got to do something, Ben. And then he's got, you know, but he's got a lot of help. You know, really, everybody's thinking, everybody with money in the stock market is kind of thinking the same way. I mean, Maria Bartiromo, the money honey from CNBC. Have you ever seen her?
Oh, I can't stop seeing her. I see her in my dreams. I see her when I wake up.
Okay.
I see her when I go
I
back.
don't want to let you go on that tangent because I know.
If only we had a shot of her butt,
yeah,
I would post that next.
Thank goodness you played. Well, wait a second. That song was pretty.
Give it to me.
I
wonder if she'd say yes to a date after that song.
Where did you get that song?
Oh, it was great.
I thought that was before your time. That's kind of like an old guy song.
Oh, well, the YG has learned a little bit from the OG.
Well, anyway, I think that lots of people have money in stocks and they're all worried about housing because that seems to be the problem, the biggest problem, that houses aren't going up. And you got Maria Bartiromo yesterday. She was so giddy. The market went up 400 points. Every time she got on, she was like giddy, laughing. She was like people that you know were trying to calm her down. She was like she couldn't talk. She was so giddy. And today she was serious again because stocks were calm and it calmed her as well. But you know, it's like everybody on CNBC is saying, "Please stay in stocks." I've never seen people. It's like begging. It's like watching begging. It's like you on a date with your latest.
This show's taking on a personal tone.
It's like you begging. Please, I'll do whatever it takes. I mean, CNBC, they keep putting on more and more beautiful women all the time. I mean, these women are.
Those are serious financial minds right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen to what he's saying.
I mean, if you're not getting the market to go up, they bring in another beautiful woman. I mean, they just keep.
Well, it's just another reason to go up, but just not in the way that you might imagine.
I tell you, you are so out of control today.
Absolutely. Well, now depress me some more.
Well, it's not only CNBC. It's like you got Hank Paulson and Ben Bernanke. I mean, look how happy they are together. Oh. They're like an old married couple. These two bald guys. They love each other because they're trying. They both have. Well, particularly Mr. Paulson's got tons of investments, but even Ben's got a few bucks in mutual funds, so he wants to get the stock market up. So these guys are like, oh, we'll do whatever we need to do. I mean, Ben was today like, well, we're going to lower rates, we're going to add more money, we're going to do whatever it takes. I mean, don't worry, we'll get the market going. And then you had Hank going on, well, you know, Wall Street's going to fail as long as I'm the treasurer. I mean, I will do whatever it takes. Ben and me are best buddies. I can get you $1 trillion if you need it. I can get the people on CNBC, those beautiful girls, to put me on and interview me. I got an hour interview yesterday, and I could get on and talk about how the market's going to go up because of all the great things I'm going to do. I mean, everybody's doing it. And then you got Kramer, you know, the mad money guy, and of course he's like, well, you got to buy, you know, he'll always come up with something to buy. Like a couple days ago when the market was down, he's like, buy in Peru. Like, Peru? I mean, how big is the Peru stock market? Like, is that like a $1 million?
Well, he's looking for a bull market, even in a bear market.
And then the last couple of days, I mean, yesterday the market's up 400 points, and he's going, well, I don't know if you should buy into this yet. And then today he's going, well, maybe you should take a little off the table. Well, this is just so funny because he's always like saying, take a little off the table. Because he remembers that it dropped the last 2 times and he got caught with his pants down. So he's like, Take a little off the table. Of course, just a little bit, because if tomorrow the market goes up, he wants to say, well, I told you just sell a little bit. And so anyway, so that gets us back to the main man, the man.
Well, speaking of a man who got caught with his pants down in the middle of a lake, ladies and gentlemen, need we say any more?
There he is, our buddy Ted. I think what Ted was really reacting to was Ben Bernanke said the C word today, young guy. The C word, which is the right way. He said the C word. Can you believe Ben Bernanke, the head of the Federal Reserve, the head of...
I'm trying to think about what the C word is. What C word did he use?
He said the C word. And do you know how often the Fed says the C word?
How often?
I mean, the Fed hardly ever says the C word. The Fed hardly ever says the C word. So when he said the C word, it really scared the market. It scared it, but not that much. In fact, it lasted, like the market went up a little, then he said the C word, it went down a little, and then he was calm again, it went up a little, and then it was kind of down a little. Never, too far out of whack. Except for Ted, you got to fix the housing crisis. So anyway, before we get to what the C word is, because it's a very important word, it's the word of the day. Before we do that,
we're going
to go
to return to our usual format now after the mutiny.
Our new segment for Rooster.com, a quiz for the day. Do you have any good music?
No, I should have created an applause, a drum roll. Sorry.
See, what a technician I got.
We're going to ask our viewers to use their imagination. Thank you.
This is my technical guy, ladies and gentlemen. He's just so technical, I can't believe it. Well, anyway, here's the quiz for the day. Well, what's the quiz for the day, young guy?
Well, we're going to look for the quiz now.
Young guy, he's still
All
thinking
right.
about
And
that
here's the
song
question.
and the rap. How has the market performed in the last 52 weeks? Okay, remember the news I read to you about the write-offs and the car sales down and the housing sales down and China down and trillions of dollars being put into the banking network and companies issuing secondaries and all of these problems going on. How do you think the stock market's performed over the last 52 weeks?
Ta-da!
The answer is
2%.
up.
Up.
The market is up over 2%.
How can this be?
It's up 2%. So with all of the problems we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, the market is actually up over 2%. And I'm a little skeptical. I'm still a little skeptical. And what was the C word? What did Ben say the C word was? Give me some music.
Uh-oh. We need some music.
Because we need some music to go out with the C word. Something to make us happy. Because the C word's a scary word. Show the C word, baby.
Oh, it's coming. There we are, baby.
The C word. Contraction. The Federal Reserve Chairman said the word contraction. Contraction, and the markets didn't go down. Just 43 points down. Contraction. That's like recession. Greenspan never used the word contraction. The Fed doesn't use the word contraction. Now they're using the word contraction. I'm not buying yet.